Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is running into important resistance, while Ethereum is forming a new pattern that we need to pay attention to. So I'll be talking about that later in the video. Definitely watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a quick update here on the daily Bitcoin chart. And over the last one day, we've seen a daily candle close very close to breaking back above this 29.5K resistance, which is the top of this area of resistance based on this price action that we saw back here. And on top of that, if you're looking at the daily Bitcoin price oscillators, the RSI right now is moving further back to the upside, while the MACD is moving closer towards a bullish cross on the daily time frame. So obviously over the last few days, we've been moving closer towards having more confirmation of the next continuation of this trend, because obviously the larger trend at play here on the daily time frame is still bullish. It's been bullish this entire time, but in order to confirm the next major leg to the upside, like a move like this, for example, or even just a move like this, we need to confirm that the bullish momentum is actually back here on the daily time frame, with more of a reversal in the RSI, which we are now seeing. But ideally, we also need to confirm a bullish cross here in the daily Bitcoin MACD, which is getting close, especially if we continue on with this price action that we've seen over the last few days. So overall, on the daily time frame, once again, the trend is still obviously bullish, but we just need to wait for a little bit more confirmation to actually confirm the continuation of this trend and the next significant leg to the upside. But anyway, zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 4-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart. And right now, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is running into this line of resistance again, which so far we have seen now 4 rejections from this line of resistance. And this line is currently sitting at around 29.6K to 29.7K approximately. And so obviously, while the price of Bitcoin is still below this resistance, of course, it's still possible we could continue to see some rejections from this resistance. And in that case, I'll be looking at this area for support, which is sitting in between around 28.7K to 29K. But in a more bearish scenario, if we actually saw a larger pullback like what we saw the other day in that extremely volatile movement, then in that case, we have this lower area of support in between around 27.5K to 27.8K. But right now, despite the short-term volatility we've seen over the last 1 to 2 days, the momentum in the short term is still more bullish than bearish. And obviously, as I've been saying every day on this channel since all the way down here, this has been the case since this bullish divergence confirmed, telling us we're due to see reduced bearish momentum, and instead we're likely to see an increase in bullish momentum. And obviously, that was confirmed the moment we broke above this resistance right here, and also when we formed this uptrend in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, which currently is still intact. So once again, at least for now, we're looking more bullish than bearish in the short term, which means it's possible that sometime soon, maybe in the next 1 to 2 days, we could potentially break out above this resistance. And if that happens, if we do actually see a break above this line of resistance, then in that case, I'll be targeting these local highs close to $31,000. In fact, these highs, based on the candle closes, are sitting closer towards around 30.8K to 30.9K. So once again, close to $31,000. And I'll be targeting that area for 2 different reasons. First of all, this pattern could be seen as a bump and run reversal pattern where we have a lead-in phase, the bump phase, and all we need to do is confirm a breakout above this resistance to confirm the run phase. And the technical price target for a bump and run reversal pattern is the beginning of the lead-in phase, which is this local high. And another reason why I'll be looking at this local high as the next price target would be because that is major resistance. We've already seen a major rejection from that area before, which means that would be the next logical price target if we first break out above this resistance. So it's important to mention that right now, this price target is not yet active. We first need to confirm a breakout above this resistance but if that happens, then I'll be looking towards this high once again. And in a more bullish scenario, if we actually break out above this local high, then that simply continues the larger bullish trend that has been the case for the last 5 months in a row. And now, speaking of a bullish trend, looking at the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly time frame, right now, as I'm recording this video, the Bitcoin dominance is continuing this larger bullish trend that we've seen over the last few months. Because right now, as I'm recording this video, the Bitcoin dominance is attempting a breakout above this significant area of resistance, which is sitting in between around 47.5% to 48.5%. But it is important to mention that even though we're potentially seeing a breakout right now, we still need to see confirmation with at least a weekly candle close above 48.5% dominance. But ideally, in order to further confirm this potential breakout, it would be even better if we saw some sort of retest, flipping this previous resistance into new support, or if we simply see multiple weekly candle closes above this resistance, then obviously that would help to further confirm this potential breakout. And if that happens, if we do confirm a strong breakout here in the Bitcoin dominance out of this massive price range that we've been in over the last 2 years or so, then in that case, that would be a very good thing for Bitcoin, but not so much for the altcoin market. That would basically confirm what's known as a Bitcoin season, which is the opposite of an altcoin season, meaning Bitcoin outperforming the majority of the altcoin market. So in that case, if we do see a strong breakout here, it would make sense to simply hold Bitcoin over most altcoins. Now, it's important to mention that is not personal financial advice. That's just simply letting you know that when the Bitcoin dominance goes to the upside, Bitcoin holders are usually doing better than altcoin holders on average. But obviously, it was just a couple of weeks ago where we were in this similar position, seeing a potential breakout above this resistance in the Bitcoin dominance, which turned out to be a rejection with just a giant wick to the upsides. So once again, that's why it is important to see some confirmation actually confirming the breakout. Otherwise, this could be another rejection like what we saw a few weeks ago. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video. This is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart. And obviously right now, as I've recorded this video, the price of ETH is continuing this bounce from this important area of support, which is sitting in between 1770 to 1820. And as for resistance, I'll still be focusing on this area in between around 1980 to 2040. And above that area, of course, we would have a bit of resistance at this local high, which is sitting at around 2130 to 2140. And obviously, in terms of the larger trend at play, nothing has changed here over the last few weeks or even months. We are still in a larger bullish trend here on the daily ETH to US dollar chart. But once again, as I said earlier, for Bitcoin, in order to confirm a continuation of this trend with another significant leg to the upsides, we need to see some more confirmation, such as a further reversal here in the daily Ethereum RSI, which as of right now, the daily Ethereum RSI is lagging behind the daily Bitcoin RSI due to the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is currently moving to the upsides, which once again means Bitcoin outperforming Ethereum and other altcoins. And obviously, if we see a confirmed breakout in the price action back above this resistance, that would obviously confirm a continuation of this bullish trend and set up another leg to the upsides. So at least for now on the daily time frame, obviously we're still trending in the bullish direction. We just haven't actually confirmed the next major leg to the upside. But if you're zooming into the shorter term, right now, as I've recorded this video, the price of ETH is running into this resistance on the 4-hour time frame, sitting in between around 1920 to 1950 approximately. And this resistance is important to break above for the bulls out there, because otherwise, if we get a confirmed rejection from this resistance and come back down to this support, which is sitting in between around 1830 to 1850, then in that case, that could complete the formation phase for this head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish pattern. And obviously right now, we already have the left shoulder and the head fully formed, but we are potentially forming the right shoulder, which is not yet completed. But once again, if we do get a rejection from this resistance, come back down to this support, and then if we see a confirmed break below this support, which by the way, this neckline for the head and shoulders pattern is sitting at around 1810. So basically, if we break back below 1.8k from here, then that would confirm this head and shoulders pattern, setting up a bearish price target back to the downsides. But obviously, it is important to mention that right now, that potential bearish price target and this head and shoulders pattern is not yet active. It is not yet confirmed. It is just potentially forming right now. But in order to confirm the pattern and set up that price target, we need to actually see a rejection here pretty soon, potentially in the next 1 to 2 days, and then break below 1.8k. If that does not happen in the next 1 to 2 days or so, then the formation phase for this head and shoulders pattern would potentially be invalidated, meaning it does not play out at all. So anyway, besides this potential head and shoulders pattern forming right now in the short term, as of right now, the bullish momentum is simply stronger than the bearish momentum, because we are still seeing confirmation signals like the 4-hour Ethereum RSI currently trending to the upsides, which is obviously the opposite to what we saw back here just before the price started to correct. So once again, at least as of right now, this bullish divergence, which I warned about right down here, is still currently playing out, meaning we're still looking more bullish than bearish. And if we confirm a breakout above this resistance, then obviously that would also invalidate the formation phase for this head and shoulders pattern. But on top of that, if we break out above this resistance, then I'll be targeting this local high, which is sitting at around 2.1k approximately. But anyway, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways like the last few days, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left of your screen shows you how to make money if the price is either bullish or bearish, and the video in the bottom left of your screen shows you how to make money if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.